Miss Lisa, and we're here today at the Fayette County Public Library with another Fun Foods. Today we are staying with our pumpkin theme, and we're going to make pumpkin hummus. Now, I'm not a really big hummus eater, but all my children are. So this episode is sort of dedicated to Megan, Claire, and Sam because they love hummus. And they told me that I needed to make something healthy on this show. So here you guys go. Here is pumpkin hummus. Now, I really didn't know much about hummus and how it was made. It is fairly simple, but you need a lot of ingredients and some things that you don't normally have in your kitchen. For example, how many of us normally buy these chickpeas? Not me. How many of us normally buy tahini, which is ground up sesame seed? Not me. Anyway, so these were some things that you need special for hummus. You also need a whole other list of ingredients, okay? So since we're doing pumpkin hummus today, you need your pumpkin pie spice and a little bit of nutmeg. For all hummuses, you're going to need some olive oil, some garlic, and we are making a savory hummus today, so we're going to be needing some cumin and some chili powder, a little bit of salt, and of course we need our pumpkin, since it's pumpkin, and you need some lemon juice. So basically, guys, hummus is easy to make. You do need a food processor or something that's going to chop up your chickpeas. So all we do is pretty well add all this stuff into the food processor, and it's ready to go. So, since I have a small food processor, I am only going to make a half of the recipe. A whole recipe would call for a whole can of pumpkin and a whole can of chickpeas. I'm only going to use a half can of chickpeas and just a half of cup of the pumpkin. And instead of 2 tablespoons of the different sauces, okay, of these different juices, we're just going to use 1. Everything else is basically to your taste. So you can sprinkle a little in or you can use a whole teaspoon. It's totally up to you. All right, let's get started. So we're going to take our chickpeas, and they've been drained. And I'm just going to use a half a can today because I've got a small food processor. So we put those in, put the lid on, and we need to chop it up. After a couple of little chops, you might want to stir it around again. The smoother you can get that chopped up, the better it will be. So let's chop it just a little bit more. And then we're going to add our other main ingredient, which is the pumpkin today. So we're going to add just a half a cup of pumpkin instead of the whole cup. If you have a bigger food processor, go ahead and use the whole cup, along with the whole thing of chickpeas. Okay, so we're going to get these 2 things in there. I'm making a mess, but that's okay. I'm going to stir that together. And remember, the more you stir it together, the better it's going to be smooth. It's the smoother texture the more you go together. Okay, let's go ahead and get that olive oil in there. So we're just going to use a teaspoon today instead of 2. Okay, we're going to get that in there. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and get the tahini. And we need, usually if you're going to make a whole recipe, you need 2 of these, and we're just going to use the 1. Ooh. Okay, there's 1 tablespoon of tahini in there. And you also need the 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Okay. Oh, there we go. All right, and remember, everything is to taste. So if you really like one of these flavors, I suppose you can add a little bit more to it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and chop it up again. After every so many seconds, you're going to want to stir it around again to make sure that the All the pieces are getting chopped up very fine. You want your hummus to be fairly smooth. Okay, let's go ahead and add a few more ingredients. You need a little bit of garlic. My goodness. Oh, there, we got it. The recipe actually calls for 3 cloves. I don't have a way of really chopping up those cloves, so I went ahead and bought the minced garlic. And garlic's not my favorite, so I'm just going to use a little bit of garlic in there. Ooh, and garlic smells. Let's go ahead and add just a shake of the cumin, and a shake of the salt, and a shake of the chili pepper. And let's stir that up before we add our pumpkin spice to make it taste really yummy. Okay, I can see it's not really chopping real well, so we need to get that stirred. It's starting to get really smooth, but you want all those ingredients stirred together. A bigger blender or food processor would probably be a little better, but this does a job just as well. All right, let's see if that will stir up a little better now. There we go. All right, now we need to make it deliciously pumpkin-y. Let's add our little shake of our nutmeg. And I like a lot of nutmeg, actually. Get that in there. And then our pumpkin pie spice. I'm going to add a pretty good coating of it in there. It's probably about a tablespoon. And let's stir all that up. And see, it's not stirring real well. I need to go ahead and manually stir it up a little bit and get that hummus off the bottom of the container there. We are about done and ready to eat. Now, to eat hummus, you're going to want to have some crackers ready. Go on chopping this for quite a long time to get it really super smooth, but I think you get the idea. So once you are done and you get it to the consistency you'll want to take it out and spoon it into a container for your family to eat and enjoy. Maybe sit down in front of the television and have a delicious pumpkin-y snack. All right, once you have that in the bowl, you need some wheat thins or maybe graham cracker sticks, and you're just going to put a little bit on a cracker and be ready to eat it. That's all it is to making hummus. It's not hard at all, and this is a favorite this time of the year. This is your pumpkin hummus. I'm Miss Lisa here at the Fayette County Public Library. We've done another fun foods today. I hope you'll join me again next Tuesday for another fun food.